It is almost like we took slices of paper into Maya. If you look at the top-down view, we work in Maya, exclusively Maya. If you look at the top-down view, it's literally just like horizontal lines. If you look front view, it's kind of the cutout shapes. So when I have a hand for Cartman, it's behind his head or before his head. I'm in the top view with that, just layering that in front. So we don't. The character is basically like slices of paper, really compressed. The same with the background. We'll have like one rare full 3D thing that we need to like fully turn, like I don't know, a jar of coins I saw turned recently. But it's really all just top-down paper slice kind of things. It's not a full-on 3D turnable model. It's kind of replacement animation. So if the hands are kind of like this hand and this hand, and you kind of swap them out with a slider on Maya to swap it all out. Layer things in front and behind, and you scaling a bit to fake depth and kind of that space. There's a simplicity to the look, but the message gets straight across, and it's not doctored up by superfluous stuff really. It's there's a clarity of image. There's that speaks to a great art department really. The colors are chosen well. It's wonderful to see what a great show you can come up with really simple characters. And that was something, I remember at VFS they were kind of like KISS, like keep it simple, stupid. Like, and it because you can really build it up as you sort of get burdened down, but with South Park it's so simple and it lets you read the comedy really quickly, I believe. It lets you just take in the humor really quickly, and it shows that there are multiple ways of doing things, multiple ways of doing animation. Pixar, which of course is the antithesis of this, which is beautiful, wonderful, and I love it, and I'm such a huge fan. And love 2D animation too. That's the whole reason I went into animation. Love 2D. I mean, I went through Lion King frame by frame, and we would reverse and then go back and forward, and I was just like, this is amazing. So, but it's comforting to know that if you develop something with a simple look, it can still resonate. Being simple being clear in your vision doesn't make it an unworthy product. In some ways it gets kind of rid of the superfluous and lets you sort of enjoy the animation itself, or in this case it's more the writing itself. And with us, in our animation style too, we animate on twos, for those of you that are pretty stepped. So we're no like spline curves. It's all on twos. Most of it's on twos. And that kind of makes you think in a more stop motion way too. And it's interesting. We don't have elbows. We don't have knees on these characters. Okay, some of the adults we do, but it's usually just the boys. And so we as animators are given an incredible limitation of a huge head, no elbows, like no real fingers to speak of. And then we're told to do whatever they want and keep it South Park style, whatever they want. So we have to find ways to work within that to really use the animation. It's like using a stick figure to really make the animation read with a really difficult character. You just kind of have to get it out. Yeah, and sometimes it's kind of like this, and you're like, hey, But other times when you needed something really complex, you've got to really push and make it read. I mean, it goes through a ton of eyes. Like a lot of people see this and see the same shot again and again, and if it's missed like on that last shot or something, some change might happen where another Cartman is visible just for this last retake of this shot. It's sent through. We're all so tired. We're like, yeah, that's good, or that's what they'll say in the edit room, and it just goes on air. And we just try not to let that happen. I try not to make any personal errors. I try to not have duplicate anything anywhere.
Have you seen an error and you're like, oh, come on?
I know I've sent in errors. I've had envelopes flying through the scene anytime someone moves their hand. I've had I've inversed the layering of characters to where they all go wonky and just rendered terribly. I've had I've managed to link weird things to weird body parts, and then they fly into the scene. And they'll come back and they're like, get rid of the flying banana. Like, oh, sorry. And then you'll send it back in and you're tired, and they're like, please still get rid of the flying banana. You're like, it's embarrassing. Seeing all you want to do is deliver the best product you can, because this is a great show. You want to do the best. You're like, God, I'm sitting here flying envelopes through the scene on accident, and I just feel like a total doofus. Like, it's pretty rudimentary. It's not the most complex stuff. It's not Iron Man 3. It's not like, I should be able to do this, but you just get tired.